Nice is that sun? Oh, it's so warm. Good morning and happy Sunday. It is such a beautiful day. There is nothing better than getting up for the weekend and the sun is just shining. There's not a single cloud in the sky. It really does feel like spring because it is September now, which is mad to even say that. I cannot believe that it's September. But we have a bit of a Sunday reset today. I have all the bedclothes out on the line, done a nice little spritz to the apartment when I woke up this morning, and we went to Sonoma for a lovely little coffee, and also because we had to pick up a fresh loaf of sourdough. We actually went to two bakeries, so Sonoma's where I like to get my bread from, and Connor loves the bread in Burke Street Bakery, and they're both literally like right beside each other, which is quite funny. But the sourdough, it's hard to beat. So Connor got his white loaf of sourdough here. Smells so yummy. And then I got the soy linseed one. I love like a seedy bread, especially around the crust one. It's quite chewy, so yummy. And we also got some little treats. Gosh, the box is actually so lovely that they put it in. Got some banana bread. Oh my goodness. Oh, did you smell this, Connor?
Not yet. Is it good?
Oh my god. I've never seen banana bread so big before coming to Australia, but these weigh an absolute ton and they're so thick. We got these because we have a lovely little morning brunch planned with our friends. We're actually going to head now in the next 20 minutes, but we are going to meet our friends and go for a nice walk along the coast, and then we are going back to one of their houses and we're going to have a nice little morning barbecue, like making eggs and sausage and bacon and that, so it'll be lovely. We had a proper barbecue there a couple Sundays ago and it was absolutely fab. Everybody done their little bit and we sat out on their balcony. Their balcony literally overlooks the ocean. It is beautiful, just right down in Maroubra. So we thought a breakfast kind of barbecue would be lovely to do, especially when the weather is so good. So gonna pack these up. I do need to get some watermelon. Never gets old. So nice. Stopped in Woolies just on the way back to get a couple things. I actually didn't need to do a big shop today because I went to the shop yesterday. Like, I go to the shop like 3 or 4 times a week, it's so bad. But just got some of the essentials that we needed. I'll actually take them out because it's quite hot in here and these berries will probably melt. But I got some blueberries. I got some frozen egg whites. I couldn't find the ones that are in the fridge. They haven't been in Woolworths in quite a long time, so I just had to get the frozen one. Organic extra lean beef mince. I like this for my beef bowls in the evenings. Got some rocket. The yummiest smoked salmon. I love this one. It's a wild smoked salmon and it is so nutrient packed. Packed with omegas as well. I got some strawberries, cottage cheese, and pumpkin. Mine and Connor's current obsession. I've been loving pumpkin like as a base for most of my meals, and Connor's obsessed with it now too. It's so yummy when you roast it with some salt and pepper. And then some eggs. What a lovely start to the Sunday we've had. It's actually 2 o'clock now. We had quite a few hours sitting there and just chatting. It was so beautiful, just watching all the people down the beach. It felt like a proper summer's day. But we had a coffee down by the beach first and then had breakfast, and then me and Connor went for a walk along the coast. But yeah, it was absolutely gorgeous. So full. If you can't tell, I have my Invisalign in. I think I mentioned it a couple of vlogs ago, but obviously I got my braces out at the end of April and obviously wore my retainers like every single night since, but unfortunately my teeth do not want to stay straight and they have moved quite a bit already in that short space of time. So the orthodontist that I go to, the ortho practice, they advise to do some Invisalign, but it is included obviously in the price that I paid for the braces, because it's not my fault that my teeth have moved. So I went to them during the week there at the beginning of the week, just after we came home from Port Douglas, and had my appointment, got fitted with my aligners, and I have a whole box for the next 7 weeks. So I just have to change them every week, and hopefully we'll see some movement then, and that they'll be nice and straight again. Obviously I have to take them out when I'm eating and when I'm drinking hot drinks, in case like they melt, because they're not as hard or as sturdy as my first retainers were. So I can drink water and anything clear with them, which is fine, but it is kind of annoying, you have to take them in and out. But anyway, hopefully we will see some improvement. I'm just going to spend the next little while doing a bit of prep, but one thing that I've been doing for the past couple of weeks that has changed the game is pre-chopping all my veg. So actually chopping up the veg that I buy, put it into little containers, saves all the hassle with taking out the chopping board and, you know, washing them and all that. So I just wash them here when I buy them and chop them all up and pop them into little containers. So I have my pumpkin in here, broccoli, and then all my peppers, and I'm going to chop up this courgette as well. What often happens to me is I buy veg and sometimes I forget about it if it's in the bottom of the fridge, and then I end up having to throw it out. So this way, when it's all chopped, I won't forget about it because it's sitting in the fridge when I open it, and it's easy just to throw into a pan or into a roasting dish. Does anybody else not really like a green pepper? It's just the worst pepper in my opinion. Veggies, all the good micronutrients into my diet. Now I'm prepping my lunch for the week. I like to do some sort of a mix kind of bowl with a protein, a source of carbs, some veggies, and then some fats as well, so it keeps me full throughout the day. I have become pretty good at poaching chicken. When I first started poaching chicken, I was always overcooking it. So what you want to do is into cold water, so fill your saucepan with cold water, add a little bit of lime juice or lemon. Acid in the lemon or the lime actually helps tenderize the chicken, and then I just add some salt and pepper and leave it to boil. And then once it is boiling, I'll reduce it to a simmer and flip it over and give it about 10 minutes, and then it is so perfect and it doesn't get dry at all. And I just use 2 forks to shred it like this. I love shredded chicken. I'm prepping lunch for 3 days, so in here I just have some cabbage, I have cucumber, brown rice, quinoa, rocket, green beans. I think that's it, and I added some salt and pepper. I'm gonna throw all this chicken in here now and then add my dressing. So I actually picked this up yesterday, I think. It's this Marian's miso sesame vinaigrette. I love the miso chicken bowl from Fishbowl, and I find this vinaigrette is very, very similar to the one they use. In true Fishbowl style, I love to add like a little crunch on top, because that is what makes Fishbowl so good. Their bowls are delicious, but the crunch that they add on top with the mixed nuts and seeds just makes it. Also prep some breakfast for the next 2 days. I don't like to do a whole week's worth of breakfasts because I prefer the way they taste when they're a little bit fresher, so I do 2 days in advance usually. It's like a mix of a overnight oats and a chia pudding. It's oats and chia seeds, same ratio, with a little bit of vanilla protein for taste more than anything, and then I've got some kefir in there. That's the white stuff. It makes it nice and creamy, and it gets all your good probiotics into in the morning. And I did stew some apples in cinnamon and honey, and they've got a really nice dark brown color. This smells so lovely, and topped with a little bit of peanut butter for some more healthy fats. But I'm super excited to eat this. It is such a lovely breakfast. If you want the recipe, let me know and I can definitely film it for you next time. Just sat down finally, made myself a little cup of peppermint tea. It is much needed. I've just been craving it. But I have a little bit of work now to do on my laptop. It's right in front of me. I have some editing to do also for a collab. I got some feedback with a collab that I'm doing, but I need to make some changes and then resubmit, and hopefully it'll be good to go then. I did want to gut out my wardrobe this afternoon, but time is just not on my side. I don't know where the day goes because I just have so many in my jackets and my woolies and all the knits that are just way too warm to wear now because the weather has changed drastically. Like today was the first day I had to put the AC on full blast in the kitchen. We get so much sunlight in this apartment during the day. It's like the sunset side, so the sun basically all afternoon is in this apartment, which is lovely, but it does heat up a lot. So the AC will be getting it right doing all summer long. Myself and Connor have made a couple of decisions this past few weeks. If you do remember a few vlogs back, I did mention that we were looking to move once our lease was up in this apartment, and that was still basically the plan up until last week. It's just, I think it's just going to be too stressful, and I really could not be bothered doing the whole move thing because we will be going home for our wedding next year. It's literally like 8 months away, so I just don't think it's worth getting a new apartment for like 6 or 7 months. Like all that stress of trying to find it, trying to move in the same day that the lease will be out in this apartment, and then messing around with bonds and doing the whole like move, and then having to buy a new fridge, wash machine, TV, all of that, because this apartment actually came with all of them things. So we were just talking and we were like, for the sake of 6 or 7 months, I don't think it's worth the stress. So we are going to stay here. We love this apartment. Like I actually love this apartment. If I could just shift it toward the beach a little bit, I would be so over the moon. But in saying that, like it hasn't bothered us at all. We're only a 15-minute drive from the beach, so it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, it just makes sense to stay. So that cuts all of that stress out. But I do want to send home some of my woolies. So as I said there, I want to pack them all up and put them into some big suitcases and actually send them home because I won't need them anymore here. Like there's no way I'm going to be needing my big jackets. The weather really has heated up, which is great. So rather than leaving it all till like next year when we're going home for our wedding and having so much stuff, I just think it's best to get rid of all my winter woolies and my knits now. I love peppermint tea. To end a lovely little day, perfect way to end a Sunday evening and a Sunday reset. We're gonna head in to watch the sunset because it is such a beautiful day. It's so clear still. It is just 5:05 now. Sunset's at about 5:45. It's getting a little bit later every evening, which is just so exciting. Like spring is here, summer is coming. But we've been wanting to go to the Dudley Page Reserve for ages. We keep saying it and then we just never go because it is a bit of a trek. It's like a 30-minute drive and it's not easy to get like via transport. So we've always said that we need to go there for sunset. So tonight we're finally doing it and I'm so excited.
What a view. So cool.
It's so beautiful because you're so like high up.
It's like the perfect kind of setting for a sunset with the water, the bridge, and then the skyline in the back. It's unreal.
Down onto Rose Bay, you see right down there.
Yeah, boats.
And then North Sydney, you see just everything. It is
Such a good viewpoint actually.
It is a great viewpoint. So many people here with like takeaways and pizzas and lots of family. Some drinkies. Do you want the passion fruit or the citrus one? Actually, this is not citrus, it's lychee and elderflower.
I'll take that one.
You want that one? I'll go for
Man United. Nice.
Lovely. We are home in our cozies and Connor is cooking up some dinner. We saw this recipe on TikTok. It was a jacket potato, like a baked jacket potato with marry me chicken. So you know the pasta, like the marry me chicken pasta, but it's on top of a baked potato with cheese. And the kitchen smells so yummy. Got the chicken on here. Is this the sauce?
Yeah,
It smells delish. These look absolutely amazing.